Hi, I'm Lisa Redfern, and this is Jeff Raymond. This is Gingersnap, a conversation and a cookie with a creative Mainer. And this is episode 73, and I'm here with wood turner and jack of all trades, Jeff Raymond from
Richmond.
From Richmond. Really, I was going to say Bowdenham. Okay. Anyway, thank you for coming to my mobile Gingersnap studio. And you're always doing something different. You've been involved in music and hand work and all kinds of things. So what do you tell the people out there in Etherland what you're working on right now?
Right now I'm working on my house, trying to get clapboards on. It's only been a few years since I started, I think 10. And so clapboards about scheduled. And we figure in the next 10 years maybe we'll get the trim work inside done. But it's been a work in progress. A lot of the wood we used was milled right there, so we definitely took the slow approach to building everything. So that's what I've been working on for the last month.
Nice. Can you show everybody some of your work?
Certainly. I have. I enjoy working mostly with burls. This is a red maple burl harvested somewhere in the area because it came from a mill in Richmond. My favorite material is the cherry burls, of course, and they are just lovely.
Yeah.
So I make an awful lot of rolling pins.
That's beautiful.
This one's maple and cherry. This is innovative. I don't generally do this sort of thing. It's been really sliced and glued back together. I usually just make them one piece like this. These are fairly, they're fairly. A lot of people make small rolling pins. I don't. They can make small ones. There's another cherry piece
beautiful.
there. That is the basic bowl. So the thing I make the most of is over here, wooden tops. I make more wooden tops than anything. I don't know if we can get that to show.
Sure. That's so cool.
So a friend of mine, who's actually a high school chum of my sister, said, "You should make wooden tops." I'm like, ah. So I made her one. I made another one. And I probably made 500 in the last 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are really cool.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So, yeah. That's pretty much my my wood turning product line right there. I make magic wands, conducting batons sometimes. Not very many of those anymore. I used to make hair sticks and other wooden jewelry items. It seems like I'll get an idea and I'm like, oh yeah, and I'll just work that right down until I've figured out everything I possibly can. And then I move on to something else. Like, okay, we've done
tired
that.
Of it or...
Been there, done that kind of thing, and move on to something else. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Well, the reason that I know Jeff is because I was looking for a big, beautiful bowl to give my sweetheart, and a friend of ours said, "You need to go find Jeff Raymond." So
And
I did.
You did. You drove and drove and drove to find me.
I did. I was living in Durham. I was living in Durham at the time.
Yeah,
and I came to find you.
Right.
Yeah. That was fun. Yeah, thank you for that.
Sure.
So we have this big, beautiful bowl from Jeff in our home. I recommend you do the same. With the holidays are coming. You can order something. How can they contact you? What's the best way?
This time of year, the best thing to do is wait till market starts at Fort Andross on the Saturday morning market. Right. I had a great deal of inventory in the spring. I've been getting a lot of calls, and I have sold a lot of bowls to folks that know, and whatnot. I hate to say it, I sell everything I make, but I do. It's
That's
if I make a beautiful bowl, it's like somebody knows it's there and they come and find it. But yeah, find me at market. That's the best thing.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's great. So when did you first come to Maine?
I was born in Brunswick, 1960.
Yeah? Wow.
And my mother still lives in the house across the street from where she was born, and so we've been here a while.
Yeah.
But no, my family settled Phillips, Maine in 1805, I think. So. And then moved down here. My father's from New Hampshire, so I kind of was raised in New Hampshire and in Maine. But pretty much, I've lived away a little bit. I went to Alaska. And, I think I lived in Rhode Island when I was an infant. But other than that, I've never not been here.
Do you know your first word? And if you don't, what do you think it might have been?
Yeah, I don't. it could have been something like pizza, but
Nobody has said that yet.
I know, right? You know, I have absolutely no idea. And now I think I'll have to find out.
Yeah,
It's an
yeah.
intriguing question.
I think we all, yeah. Well, my first word was cookie, and I know that from my baby book. These are the snickerdoodles from Wild Oats. And these were my dad's favorite cookies, snickerdoodle. No, they're still chewy. Oh, good. Oh, did you have a car when you were a kid or a teenager that was really cool that you'd get back if you could?
Well, you know, I rode my bicycle everywhere. I think I got my driver's license when I was 19. Brunswick is a perfectly wonderful place to ride a bicycle.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I saw no need. But I always loved pickup trucks. And I've had a bunch of them. So short bed step side pickup truck. I've had a couple of those. And I
Who's
think
your favorite?
Yeah, Chevy.
Chevy. Hey, Jake,
I
did
know,
you hear
right?
that? My stepson loves Chevys.
Well, why not, right? I have a Chevy now, but it's the first Chevy truck I've had in years. I've had Fords for, I don't know, since, I don't know how long, 20 years, maybe more. But I've had a lot of Chevys as well. I've had a disproportionately large amount of trucks.
Well,
they're like in the
you're
order
a Mainer, you should have trucks.
17 motor vehicles since I got my license.
Wow,
Right.
that's pretty good.
But, you know, it is pretty good. You know, I've had, you know, I bought a 1963 Ford Falcon for $250, and I, you know, cleaned it up and turned it around, and had that for a month or two. So I wish I had that car still. There's a lot of cars I wish I had. When I go to the old car show, sometimes I'll take my daughter and say, I had one of those. I had one of those. I had two of these. But it is. But you know, messing around with cars it's not really clean. It's not organic gardening.
No, it's not. I don't think
you know, it's like, oh, I don't think my fingernails will ever be the same. So, yeah.
All right. Are you? Do you have a love of books? Do you read a lot?
I do read a lot.
Books you recommend?
What do I recommend? I just lent out a book, a new author, and I can't remember his name, Bowman or something, but he's a like part-time sheriff in a Podunk, Pennsylvania mountain town, and he's a timber framer and a old-time fiddler.
Really?
Yeah. So it kind of adds up nicely.
That's a good comment.
Yeah, I wish I could remember his name.
Well, and speaking of, you know, fiddling, I know you're also a musical. Is there an album that has been really, really important to you? An album or two?
There is. I'm not certain that I can even recall the name. When I was a kid, of course, I listened to the rock and roll. Hee Haw was on when I was a kid, and I liked that. My parents were like, I don't watch that. But, you know, they had a Johnny Cash album, and I listened to a lot of that. Music kind of faded away. You know, the bar scene. We used to go dancing every night we could, but the bar scene turned me off. And when I discovered contra dancing, it was like, hey, you know, this is a lot of fun, and it's pretty much chem-free. I mean, it's certainly some, I'm sure, but not too much. And I had a guitar. I've had a guitar as long as I can remember. Yeah. I really didn't know how to play it. We all had guitars. We just did this stuff and made noise, and it was fun. Then I had this cassette from Dave Surratt and Rodney Miller, and I think it was, and my God, I said, I would like to do that. And so I worked at it with the guitar for, 10 years, and had a music jam before the contra dance, and then that turned into a family dance, and our first band kind of fell out of that. And, I was playing the rhythm guitar. I kind of just find people that could play better than me and ride on their coattails.
There you go.
It worked.
It's a good way to go.
And then I discovered the fiddle, and that was just about a month before my daughter was born, and she's now 10. And I think, oh my gosh, the fiddle. Yeah. So my grandmother played fiddle. I never knew that until fairly recently. She was Canadian, French, sort of. It wasn't really acknowledged back then. She lived in Vermont and then in New Hampshire, and none of that French was observed. It was all put away, you know. And I had the fiddle in my hands, and my grandfather took it away and threw it in the trash.
Oh, my
I know,
gosh.
right? And so I'm like, okay, well, I guess I can't play fiddle. And then a friend from New Hampshire brought a fiddle to the house and said, I'm going to leave this here. It's my boat fiddle. And you can't fiddle if you don't have one, so you should do this. And it probably took me a year before I picked it up. And when I did, I'm like, this is easy. Well, it's easy to make a noise. So I had some fun with that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, so if a movie was made about your life, I'm really getting into this snickerdoodle.
That's pretty tasty.
What genre would it be? And who would you like to have star as you? Or who do you think they'd cast as you?
You know, that's a really interesting question because I'm not a pop culture guy.
It doesn't need to be pop culture related. It could be, you could put yourself in a really old movie.
Yeah, okay. So to me, movies are pop culture. I have a daughter.
Okay.
I have a daughter who's 10, and I know a fair amount. I knew a little bit about SpongeBob for a while, and I knew about my movie stuff has grown. I've become more familiar since she's been watching movies, and she does watch movies. She loves it. It would be. I think it'd be a mystery. I'd like it to be a mystery. And I don't know if you ever saw Murder, She Wrote, which the accents
I know
were horrible,
about it,
but everybody in
yeah.
Maine watched it. I know a lot of good old Maine twists in the plot, and I would love to see something like that.
Would you play yourself?
I don't know.
Is there
I think I'd overplay it.
Be like, can you bring it down, Jeff? Is there an actor that you like that you would like to have them? Like anyone you have admired? Or anyone you think you look like?
Oh, I don't know. I never thought about that. Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Good luck with this.
Would it end well?
For me, yeah.
Well, you're the most important person in the movie.
If I get to write the movie, I'd rather be the screenwriter than the actor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you could write it, and then you could
direct it.
And direct it.
Yeah, I don't know if I maybe do a walk-on cameo appearance in the background. Hi, Mom.
Oh my gosh. All right, Jeff, so if someone wants to get a hold of you, they should come to the farmers market.
That really is the very best way. I've had people actually try to track me down online and whatnot, and it's just really hard for me to drop everything and bring them out a bowl,
Yeah.
What I have is what I have. It varies. I'm not a store. That's the problem. I'm more of an artisan. I turn when I can. The very best thing that happens is when somebody has a cherry tree about this big.
Anyone out there have a cherry tree?
Yeah. And they're like, or a burl. You've seen the burls.
And they say, make this for me, Jeff.
Yeah, come get this tree. And I mean, if it's growing next to your house. But, a lot more cherry trees than folks really think. I don't have any, but because they're not an attractive tree.
Yeah, well.
But they're out there.
Yeah, they're
out there.
I think Rob Reiner should play you.
I'll look him up.
Beard. Carl Reiner's son, Rob Reiner, All in the Family, he was the son.
Oh, yeah.
Beard, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I think good.
Yeah,
You're younger than he is, of course, but.
What? Wicked.
Wicked. All right, this, I need to tell you about a few upcoming things for me. November 5th in Camden, I'll be singing with a bunch of people with David Dodson's concert. He does an annual concert up there. It's still so bright in here. Oh my goodness. Anyway, November 18th, I'm doing a private house concert, but I think it's already full. But if you're really, really, really interested, give me a call and I'll see. December 6th, the Maine Songwriters Association, I am guest hosting that. Max Ader, oh my gosh, I'm blanking. I'm sorry. Max Ader, Kate Miller, and Carter Ruff are joining me for that. And then December 16th in Phippsburg, several of us are going to be singing at the Phippsburg Congregational Church. That's the series that they have there. It's really beautiful. Everything that gets put on there at the Phippsburg Church in terms of that series is really wonderful. So anyway, thank you so much. You've been Gingersnapped. How do you feel? Different.
Indeed.
So anyway, look Jeff up for all kinds of things that he's involved with, and thanks for joining us for Gingersnap, Conversation and a Cookie with a Creative Mainer. Again, this has been episode 73. Yeah, they're getting up there now. So, all right, thanks a lot. See you in a couple of weeks. This has been Gingersnap.